mismanaged my time a bit today. Really bad planning more than anything, but doing my best. Okay. Yeah. All right. Looks like I got the LinkedIn live up. Sorry for the delay on that. Still trying to figure out this LinkedIn thing here. It's always a little janky a bit, but it's working. So, all right. I think we're looking good. Making some final adjustments here. Gonna go live in just a moment. Thank you for your patience, people. Looks like we got a couple viewers. I'm on like all the platforms right now, so that's always good. Trying to figure out what time and platform works best for this stream. What kind of things I need to do to get people excited about showing up. I'm always excited about showing up, even if I am overbooked more often than not. But that's all good. Such is life. It's tough being too passionate about too many things. It's a little crazy sometimes. All right, this looks good. So. Wrong scene. All right, we're live. Sorry for the anticlimactic late start there. Hope everyone's doing well on this wonderful little Wednesday afternoon here. I am Colorful Carl, if you're unfamiliar, Carl Cleanthus, but nobody can say that, so we just go with Colorful Carl and some more fun little brand, and why not, right? It's a super bright light back here. But yeah, I've been doing this live stream now for a couple years, and I decided to finally like switch up the times, do a little experimenting, get out here on LinkedIn with you guys. So I figure could be fun. So this little test. I invited a bunch of people on LinkedIn, so hopefully some people show up today. And yeah, just excited to keep this piece of art going that I've been working on. I'm gonna pull it up on this other screen over here so you guys can see. So few weeks back, we started off with this wonderful little pencil sketch. I think I actually did that on the stream as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I don't even remember now, but and then I just kept working on it. I'm layering in different watercolors. I'm using different watercolor mediums. So I have some Artist Loft watercolor markers that are really dope. Some Artista watercolors. I don't even know where these came from. They were, I think, in my dad's random shit that I hoarded after he died. These ones are really cool. I've been using these a lot. And then I also have some watercolor pencils from Staedtler and Prismacolor. So just all the different types of things. And as I layer them all in, they all have kind of a different feel and a different texture. And, they are... just different ways to put the watercolor on the page, and then I go back and blend it all in, and I'm just having fun here. So, what up, Ryan? Hell yeah, dude! I'm glad you got the print. I'm super pumped to hear that, man. Sorry it took me a little while to get that out to you. Hope you love it, and it goes up on the wall somewhere or something exciting of that nature. And appreciate you chiming in, dude. Always happy to send out prints to my fan, Ryan. You've probably been to... you're definitely in the top 10 of people who've attended the most of my shows, so thank you for that, dude. It means a lot. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm sort of just changing it up, trying to figure. I'm streaming to LinkedIn now as well, Ryan. So just trying to see if there's an audience over there that's might want to watch some art in the middle of their fun. I don't know, work day. Hopefully their work day is fun. If not, maybe like it's something that should be evaluated. I do need to get like more consistent on my music. I always struggle with like, what's the right vibe? I can't quite find it in royalty-free music, unfortunately, and that's the world we live in, right? So can't be just putting any music up here. People, I don't know. It's too much extra work. I just want to make art. Anyways, flip the screen. Let's do some art. Wrong one. It's exciting. Guys, usually got my shit together at least marginally better than this. But I'm getting ready to go out on leave for a little while. So this will be the last stream I do till sometime in Q4. I'm going to pick this back up and start kind of figuring out how I want to approach this moving forward. First person to comment on LinkedIn today gets a free signed art print. As Ryan from over here from Tales from Valhalla can tell you, they're pretty high quality, dope art prints. So I've never heard anyone be upset to get them. Ryan just earned his being on I don't know how many of my live streams on YouTube and Twitch over the past couple of years. So again, super pumped. I love to just give people art and help make your life a little more colorful here, and on LinkedIn, a little more colorful in your workday, right? Why not? So I'm trying to open this up to a more conversational forum, so feel free as you're chiming in and whatever, just to ask questions and jump in the chat. Always happy to talk. Anyways, yeah. So today I'm just gonna try to punch in some more detail on my little wise old tree face here. I really love treants and like this idea of the wisdom of the woods and the forest. And you ever just look at like a tree that's like, ridiculous tree, and I've never seen like sequoias and redwoods and like these like actual monster trees. I imagine that feeling would be enormously amplified, but I just look at them like, man, how long has this tree been here? Like, what has changed in the world around this tree? And this tree's just still here, just chilling, making oxygen, doing its thing. Like, is it, are we more evolved than this tree, or more superior life form just because we can kill it or whatever? Like, or because we build shit? I don't know. Like, I just look at them in awe. And it's like, it's very fascinating to me to even think about, like, just life and how it evolves in so many different forms, and what does it even mean to be alive? And it's like, you start going down that rabbit hole, and then you start talking to like an AI chatbot. It's like it gets real weird real quick, But it's fascinating all the same. So I'm adding in a little black here. I don't usually put in a lot of black in my art. It can just dominate and turn things pretty muddy pretty quick. So I'm try to avoid that, but it does add just a little bit of pop. But I also like to just mix it in with some brown too, so that. Hey babe, thanks. How you been, Ryan? How's things going? I'm excited to hear the wife liked the print as well and is going to frame it. That's always a nice compliment to hear. Yeah, I bought a little art printer over the holiday at around Christmas time on Black Friday, and I just want to start using it. So, yeah, first person to comment on LinkedIn gets a free signed art print. Any of my art at colorfulcarl.com. I'll just print one out, send it your way. Continental U.S. If it's outside of that, we'll need to talk a little bit. I might need a little something for shipping overseas, or somewhere if it's costing me a crazy amount of money. But yeah, it's a couple bucks. I ain't stressing it. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna have people like on the stream too, Ryan, just to kind of chat with me and have dialogue of cool ideas. How's all the creative stuff going, man? You making anything cool these days? You still got some fun projects going on, or what's up in your world? And so what I'm doing here is adding in. So this is actually like a watercolor brush, and so the tube is filled with water, and it has these nice, nice little shape tip to it, which it ends up working out really well. I like using this a lot rather than like a traditional brush. This I can kind of do like a little bit of everything I need, and it keeps me from getting like too heavy of a blot of color in one run. I have zero training with watercolor for the record, so I'm sure there's all kinds of things that people know that I don't, and maybe one day I'll make the time for that. But I just like experimenting, and I think learning through experimentation, at least heavy on the front end, before I get into like, hey, these are the best practices, because it helps me understand why, and then like have those. I see something once, I'm like, oh man, that would make this so much easier because I actually have done it the wrong way so many times and seen how much harder and more difficult I made it on myself. Maybe that's not the best way to learn, but it makes it so I have to learn the thing once, and it's really hard to forget that way. So, to each their own, as they say. But this came together really good on the last stream. I am sort of getting sick of working on the same piece over and over and over again. I don't know what I'm going to do to this to make it feel complete. So that's something I've been contemplating as well. That's always a struggle as an artist. Like, when is a piece of art done? And when are you just like overworking it and it's just too much and you could just call it done, Let's get a little craziness on here. I found a bunch of splatters all over my monitor from when I was doing this a couple weeks ago. That was fun. It looks real creative on this desk, I like to do that, get a little random splats everywhere. Otherwise it starts to get a little too controlled and predictable. I like a little chaos in my art. Yeah, fun. Also, if I don't intentionally do that, when I mess something up on accident, like, it really upsets me. So this is the alternative. Just embrace the chaos a bit, No big deal. Like a little explosy, flowy thing I was doing on the other side. I had way too much detail on this at one point. It was like the whole side over here just needed to be just kind of worked out a little more, blended into the background. Thank you, baby. I think I'll do some white splatters on here in a little bit. That'll be cool. Yeah. See how like that just kind of punches the background out a little more with the foreground out by darkening the background. It's getting a little yucky, muddy, but just roll with it. Trust the process. That's also why I like this pen, because I can just squeeze it a little bit while I'm working on it, and it just kind of bleeds in there a little more. That's always fun. But yeah, I've been working on a bunch of cool projects. Let's see what you say, Ryan, here. But typical summer, dry, a little bit of morning editing, then taking son to the pool for an hour, working on the tan, then editing in the afternoon and evenings. Dude, yeah, that sounds like a good routine for the summer, bro. Just getting your dad on and, you know, getting out in the sunshine. The pool is always nice. I got a little pool in my yard, a little above ground pool, but definitely does the trick, for sure. It's definitely nice. So, yeah. So I found out about this, like, much better, I don't know where I got this watercolor paper. I think I got it at Five Below. Which is probably why it struggles a bit when I'm really overworking it. But there's some paper, like really high-end watercolor paper. It's like, you know, a few bucks a sheet. And I'm looking at, man, I'm gonna get me some of that so I can see how that like can contribute to the quality of the work. At some point I just like mangle this paper. I'll probably finish this digital. I want it to be like respectable physical at first, and then I'll go back digital. I keep showing this piece off every stream, but oh, check this out. I did a print of one of my pieces, and then I repainted over top of it because it didn't come out really good, and I didn't like the print. But then I just made it into a new like custom piece of art, so it's like half printed, and then like I painted over top of it with acrylic markers, which is really fun. I've been working on this guy for like, I don't know, almost 2 years, just off and on. And I did a digital version. You can check it out on my website. Yeah, this one's coming together, and I just keep painting on this. I don't know why I keep showing stuff up there when I can just bring it down here. So yeah, this guy's good. I'm almost done with this one. It's really close. So, having fun. Oh, and I got a big version of that too I'm doing. So I printed out a huge version to paint over. So like started off with a pencil sketch, and then like I finished it digitally, printed it out like this, and then I'm repainting over top of it. Just, you know, I like to just be as creative as possible when I got like tons of art supplies up here. Might as well just like roll with it, make things cool, see where it goes. Can't be too creative, I feel like, you know. I don't know what I'm doing with this side of the canvas at all. Hell yeah, dude. Congrats. 950 subs on the YouTubes now. That's getting up there, man. I think you can monetize at 1,000, allegedly. You know, I think I'm in a little over 1,000 at this point on my YouTube. But it doesn't seem to do shit. Only people show up are the people that I invite, and like YouTube algorithm hates me. It hates me, and I don't know how to fix it, but whatever. Anyway, so I think I need to figure out a different path for this. Let me get like a dark purpley red. See if I can extend off this side there. I'm gonna switch over to my watercolor markers. These Artist Loft markers. I've had these for years. And I love them. My wife got them for me for Christmas because she loves me and my creativity. And yeah, so I wonder if I can just kind of get in here. It's gonna be too defined. Let me see if this is better. Side. Nope, it's too much. I need to be looser. Let's see if this is dark enough. Maybe a light brown in there? Let's see how that looks. We just need like implied lines in here more than anything, you know? It's like this is like the edge of the tree, but it's sort of being washed out into the ether. I don't know. Might just be ruining it. That's always the risk, right? The only thing that saves me, like, in my mind of like, oh my god, I'm gonna ruin it, is like, well, this might end up just being a good digital art piece, and I'll fix it on the other side, you know? Sort of works in my mind, at least. Let's see, what happens if I just kind of put some shading in there? Make that look like a deeper part. It's also tricky when you're working with watercolors because the color wet is different than it's dry, and it feels a little dramatic sometimes. And then it sort of evens out, and like you're like, no, it's not dramatic enough. Like, so always struggle with that a bit. It's definitely like a new medium for me. I've done like actually like maybe 2 watercolor paintings at this point, like this at least. But it's fun. It is really fun. We have to do a proper portrait of I think I'm gonna do like a whole Lord of the Rings series of just like different treants and maybe some other characters. I love orcs and treants. Again, I really love like not having to be so intentional on my like symmetry of things, right? Like I like the idea that I can just get a little looser, especially in like an orc or something that's organic like a tree. You know, something that's not symmetrical particularly, which is, you know, trees still balance, it just isn't perfect symmetry, right? Like, which is also kind of cool to explore. I guess I have white here too. I could get in there with the white soon. Might need to do that. Ooh, that's a little sharp. That's okay. Yeah, this is for those of you that know me, I own a Epic Made, which does it's an animation and design studio, but mostly like we just are really group of really creative, talented digital artists, and we do a lot of stuff in marketing and gaming, you know, mostly marketing, but like for gaming and entertainment. And I'm no longer on my art team, and I haven't been for years, and art's still deeply part of what I love. So this helps me kind of stay in touch with my creativity and keep passion for the industry, but also like have fun and get that just like a creative, I don't know what it is, but something feels amazing when you make a thing. I don't know if anybody else has that experience. So my mic is low. Okay, thanks, Ryan. I'm also a little like mumbly, I think. So I'll turn the mic up a bit and stop mumbling. See if that helps. And then I appreciate the let me know there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to try to get some more implied lines over here. There's some more dimensionality to the tree. Which Should go a decent way. Yeah, it's getting there. I like to keep up in last week's version too over here so I can just kind of keep reference of the progress. There we go, looks good. Ugh. Interesting. I think we got a couple people jumped in over LinkedIn too. Oh man, I don't even have Instagram up. Anybody ever live here? What up? Got Joy on Instagram. I don't know if she's still here, but welcome, Joy. Instagram's a little janky on showing what I'm working on, but that's life. Instagram's framing is weird. I don't know if anybody's ever tried to live stream over there. It's not the greatest. Got a bunch of watercolor on my monitor. That's not fun. Gonna do a yoga portrait again soon. Got one lined up here soon for Joy, actually, who just jumped in over on Instagram. It's been a while since I've done those. You can see a bunch of those on my website though, colorfulcarl.com. I take different photographs of yoga practitioners at my local studio, actually the instructors, and then I turn them into colorful portraits that come to life. I try to incorporate things that they're excited and interested about, and that speak to them, and also you'll always layer in pieces of my dad's colorful, crazy watercolor stuff, and usually comes together into something really quite cool. I love those actually. I've done 10 or 12 of them. They are really cool. Y'all should check those out if that sounds interesting. Also do a lot of yoga myself. Sometimes too much yoga. Trying to balance everything out a little bit. I always overdo shit and hurt myself. It's tough getting old. This deep little crease in the face here is interesting. I don't know if I like it or not. Hard to say. It's kind of cool though. Just lean into it and go with it, Let's make another one right here. It's really going to be about making that sharp ridge right there to make it look like it's deep. Sometimes the music just goes with weird stuff. That ain't my vibe, music. Switch to a different playlist. See if this is any good. Side beam. Oh yeah, this one's good. Mess with this little woodpecker in forever. I don't know what crazy idea I had bringing this guy in, but he's cool. The stream after I put him on, the next week I was out in the woods and I saw one of these woodpeckers, and to my knowledge I'd never seen one in person before in my life, And then I saw one in the woods, and it was beautiful. If you go back a couple weeks, you can. I shared the video on the stream, so it was pretty cool. These are really cool looking creatures now. I'm almost to the point where I need to add in some crazy lighting. I think we'll be in good shape. I'm gonna try some. Do in the meantime. I'm gonna tape off his face a little bit and splatter some white over here. Make it look like stars or something. I think that'll look really neat. So we'll see how that goes. Not too much chaos. White can really get crazy, you know? Actually, and then this is, yeah, this tape's too strong. Made me a little spot up there I gotta fix already. Okay. Not really, but it'll be fine. Let that dry and layer in some shit later. Thought. Brain, I have a different type of tape. I think that tape's just too. Actually, I could probably just get away with layering some paper towel. What's up, Tankers? Crazy dog. Let me try this real fast. Yeah, that should work. Do that. Snap that guy up there. Yeah, I can go back in and potentially place a couple dots. I just want little like white splatters on there. Get one here. There's a Busch Gardens towel. That'll be good. If you haven't been to Busch Gardens, check it out. They're awesome. One of the most beautiful theme parks in the world. Right here in Hampton Roads. Well, Williamsburg. Is Williamsburg Hampton Roads? Yeah, it's close enough. It's close enough for me. Feels like home for me. Like this little bug I got over here. Alright. Tank, get out of my legs. Paint my keyboard and phone as little as possible. Let's see what we can do here. So, nope. That didn't work quite as I'd hoped. Yeah, just some little white dots. Be cool. Painting my whole desk. My dad would be proud. This whole house had like paint splatters on all of his shit. There we go. Yeah. Let's see if we can just. Yeah, that works even better. Cool. This is gonna kind of like simulate stars a bit, is my thoughts. So, see how it dries out. Cool. Let that dry. See what happens with it. dropping on the shit. Let's see. Yeah, we got a couple people on all the different platforms. That's cool. Feel free to chime into the chat. Ryan, you just got a print, but everybody else chimes in. You are welcome. Free signed print. Always trying to just encourage engagement, you know. Gotta serve the algorithm gods. I lost the cat. It's in my pen. There we go. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, but just keep working it and blending. See where it goes. So I'm gonna do just kind of now. I'm gonna kind of go back and just paint in some highlights on spots. See how that comes out. There we go. Sometimes the best tool is just your finger. A little smudgy smudge. I think that eye looks super janky. I'm not sure how to save it though. I'll figure it out later. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. I really think that this Wednesday live stream thing might end up working out, so. Yeah, it's got muddy. It's kind of helping push the illusion a bit. We'll see. I might paint my shoes after this. I got a really cool pair of Vibrams that I've been painting, and I need to finish the second shoe because I'm not gonna wear one painted shoe, especially the other shoe. It's like a white shoe. It just it seems dumb. So, but if I fully finish them, I think I'd rock them. Kind of starting to pop out a little. I think I need some like orange in here. I need to like work on this piece of the face more. This nice yellow I got here. Let's see. It's like too dark in there. I'm like losing the face some, I feel like. Hopefully this yellow will tie it back in some. Let's see. Yeah, it's really dark on the far side now. So, you know, it's a process. It's okay. Yeah, I can feel like that. Just making it a little richer feeling, not as washed out. Yeah. Let's keep that going, see what happens. I'm gonna go on for about 10 more minutes and then I'll gonna wrap for the day. Might pop in to finish this one of these days at a random time. Just for fun. Just been trying to finish this for months. It's just hard to get it there. I don't know what would make it feel finished. Kind of like the loosey-goosiness. Like I have this tendency to want to overwork everything and make it all like perfect, and I think if I lean away from that, it actually is helping me out here. Like keep concentrated detail in the middle and then just sort of get loose with it out here. Kind of feels cool. Yeah. That is kind of cool. Man, it's almost like I know what I'm doing sometimes. Like I say that every stream. I think I saw a meme one time that was like, oh, the every artist journey is like, all right, I've got this great idea. I'm awesome. I can do cool things. And then halfway through your painting, like, this is terrible. I hate it. I can't do anything. And then you start getting back to like, oh man, this is great. I love it. Like, how did I do this? And that's pretty much how it goes. Maybe not for everybody, but definitely for a lot of us. Yeah, I just think this adding this like orangey yellow into the painting everywhere is just really giving it some color depth. I just really like. Yeah. It's like you wouldn't think that like you could shade something with yellow or yellow orange and punch it out more, but it's working for me. Lots of fun making it. Yeah, that's looking cool. think this will really work once I'm gonna base in a lot more of this golden color, and then I'm gonna go back and punch it up again with some white, so that I might do a last little round of shadows. And then I'm trying to think if I should do like a crazy rim light color, so that just always looks exciting. I don't know why. It feels like a cheap ploy sometimes though too. Or a cheap trick. Like, oh, if you just do this little weird lighting, it looks exciting. But I guess that's all just tricks. It's kind of cool. It's actually interesting to see it through that screen. A little different lighting. I think I'm going to do the proper thing here and send it to Ross for some art direction. So Ross is my creative director and art. Well, he used to be our art director. Now he's our creative director at Epic Made, and he's an amazing illustrator himself and just really good at art theory. And it's like whenever I'm stuck on something, I can just send it to him. He's like, yeah, you just need to add a little shit over here. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. And next thing you know, I have a much better piece of art. So, I'm gonna do that here shortly. I really like watercolor. I think I really get why my dad liked it too. It's just something about it, like it just flows like water. Who would have thought? It blends really nice. Like, people say it's like unforgiving, but I feel like there's a lot of depth you can add to it, so I'm not sure. Apparently it's like one of the harder mediums. Like, I guess oil's weird because it's like you can just keep something wet and keep blending and scrape paint off until you're done and seal it. But it's not considered, I guess, as hard. I don't know. People's opinions about shit are always weird to me. I never try to relate too much to it. But yeah, I keep adding in this yellow, and it's just like really blending in nice. And just a light little yellow wash, and it just makes this like really come to life a bit for me, at least. Like, yeah, it's looking cool. It was too green, not enough yellow in the first place. Here we are. Got about 1 minute left on this stream. I'm gonna go over just a smidgen. I feel like I get this yellow wash thing where I want it. This approach I'm going for today. I think keeping like the brightest highlights coming down kind of this axis makes sense for me here. Keep hitting shit on my watch. Ooh, I like how the white dried over here. The little splatters I threw on earlier. They're just fascinating looking. Some visual interest, if you will. What are you doing, Tank? Crazy man. Well, I think this is looking pretty damn cool. Keeps coming back to life for me. Like I get to a spot where it's like, I don't know about this, and then it's like, bam, bring it back. I don't know why I'm doing this, but it could be fun. Let's see where it goes. Let's introduce a little chaos again. It's always fun. Never hurts. Man, I don't know. This could be done. Who's to say? Always the struggle. When is something actually done? I lost that edge up there. It's okay. This one is cool. I think the beard still looks like it needs a little work. Maybe I'll do that next week. One of these days. Not gonna be next week. I am gonna be busy for a couple weeks. But all good. That might be cool to make these sort of look like clouds. I don't know. Alright, well, let that dry, see how it comes out. Kind of cool though. And yeah, I'm probably not done with this, even though I was trying to get there. But one day soon. It's not about rushing this. I usually, for the long part of the stream, I used to really try to get one done every time, and it was fun, and I made some cool stuff. But like I wanted to shift it up. Like I wanted to do a physical piece, not digital at all, and take my time. And it's come good. Less stressful for sure. Used to like stress out, like, oh, what am I gonna do? What piece am I gonna work on? And it was fun, but also stressful. Got enough stress in my life, so thought, hey, maybe we'll try a non-stressful route. See how that works itself out. Anyways, if you guys are tuned in at all live, appreciate you, and for everybody that watches the recordings of this and checks it out, thank you for that as well. If there's a time of day or whatever that you think would be best for this live stream, a particular day or a time of day, I'm open. I'm going to be retooling everything about this live stream in the coming months when I kick it back off at some point, but I am putting it on hiatus for at least a month again to make sure I'm focused on the right shit in my life. Got some personal things going on with the fam, and things got to go sometimes, we got to learn how to prioritize. That's something I've been really working on, figuring out how much energy I have and where I can afford to direct it and who and what deserves that energy. So encourage you all to do the same. It's a very healthy, good exercise to do. Anyway, well, I appreciate you all chiming in and checking out the stream, and hope everyone's having a wonderful day and has a wonderful rest of their week. I'll see you all next time. Definitely go to colorfulcarl.com, subscribe to my newsletter, and follow all my little socials. Wherever you saw this, follow it, please. And I'll be making new art and posting cool shit. And you can check out my podcast, Pixel Retentive. That will have new episodes launching every week. I think 2 a week now for a while. I've got a bunch recorded, so there's some great stuff on there. I've talked to some amazing people in the gaming industry, amazing people in the amazing designers and illustrators and marketing and business people, and it's all about the intersection of creativity and business. So if you get a chance, check that out. It's on all your favorite YouTube and streaming platforms, and for podcasts at least, and as well as YouTube. Sorry, I got some pain on the monitor. Anyways, good seeing everybody. Thanks for checking out. Take it easy.